Hey, it's Adam, and Happy New Year. Happy 2020. I'm glad to be back. I haven't posted in a couple weeks. I haven't been feeling really well. I've been feeling very lazy, unmotivated, depressed. Really, I've been working through a lot of what I call ego backlash. So I feel like I've been making a lot of progress, spiritual progress in my life in December, and then slowly towards the end of the month, I was backsliding, falling into old habits and into negative thinking. But I see that as an awesome thing. I was able to learn a lot about myself and purge all of this negative energy so that I'm ready and fresh for the new year coming up. In this video, I want to talk about making a commitment to your passion, because I've been super motivated. I'm super excited because I've decided to make a video every single day for 30 days. For the whole month of January, I'll be making a video every single day. This is what I'm passionate about, making videos. This is my passion, and I really want to be diving balls deep into doing this. So in this video, I'm going to talk about passion. I'm going to talk about the mindsets that I'm using and the mindsets that are necessary to commit fully to your passion and to bust through a lot of your limiting beliefs and your fears that keep you stuck in being the old version of you. And now that we've moved into the new year, this is a perfect time to move and step into the new version of ourselves. And the way we do that is by committing to taking action towards finding what we're passionate about and doing what we're passionate about. So lately, I've been feeling really down. I feel like I haven't been able to make videos because even though I love making videos so much, I want myself to be in a high vibration state when I'm filming so that my energy is flowing through the camera and into you so that I can motivate and inspire you with my own high vibration. Now, this is only possible, of course, if I myself am doing the work, doing the meditation practices, doing the visualization, the goal setting, reading the books, everything that I talk about on this channel. And lately, I feel like I've been kind of falling off track, and then that puts me in a state of inauthenticity where I feel like I can't be transparent and give my all into these videos. But recently, I've had a big shift, a big epiphany, and even though I don't feel super good, honestly, today I woke up feeling terrible, really mind foggy. I smoked some weed last night and I still felt high in the morning, and I thought, no way in hell am I going to make a video today. But it's been like that for a couple weeks now, and I've decided that whether I feel good or I don't, this is what I'm passionate about, and this is what I have to be doing with my time and my energy. So let's talk about some principles that are super important for committing to your passion and finding what you're passionate about. Number one is the idea of practice. Now, the reason why I haven't been wanting to make videos is because I feel like the videos that I want to make are so ambitious, and I want to make hour and a half, 2 hour long videos of explaining extremely detailed and complicated psychological nuanced topics. And I feel like I personally don't even have the speaking skills or the knowledge or the awareness to make these videos. So me being a perfectionist, I decide that it's better to not even make the videos instead of just making the videos as best as I can, practicing, realizing that when you start your journey, you're gonna suck. Whatever you do, whatever you start at, you're gonna suck. Eminem, if you go listen to Eminem, who I think is probably the best rapper to ever live, I definitely think that's true. If you go listen to his first music, it sucks. His first songs, they're not good. But he practiced every day, day in, day out, practicing, putting in the hours, putting in the time, putting in the work, the sweat. And now his lyrical ability is untouchable. And this is the case with basically or literally every single person who is successful at their craft. They have practiced and failed more than the average person has even thought about trying. So the idea is that my videos, if I make them every day, yeah, sure, if I'm not in a good mood, they're gonna suck. But in a month, in 30 days, if I practice every single day, they're gonna get better. Slowly, they're gonna get better. They're gonna get better. And then in a year, they're gonna be world class. Because I have that vision, that foresight, which leads me into the next point about vision. You can't commit to what you're passionate about without having a vision for what you want your life to be. Who do you want to be in your life? I want to be a high consciousness individual that inspires people to work on themselves by doing so much personal development work on myself, by doing yoga, by doing meditation, by reading tons of books, by exploring psychedelics, and by improving my relationship skills and improving my business skills and becoming an amazing example of a human being and just talking about it on video and giving inspiring lectures and sharing that energy with the entire world. That's who I want to be. And you want to be, I don't know who you want to be. You get to decide. And you take time to plan. You sit down with a notebook right at the top. What do I want out of my life? And then spend 30 minutes writing point by point. Journal about it. What do I want out of my life? Specifically, where do you want to live? How much do you want to weigh? How do you want your body to look? Who do you want to marry? Or who do you want a boyfriend, a girlfriend? What do you want? That's key, because once I have a vision, then I can work towards it. But 95% of people don't have a vision. And if they do have a vision, it's a very shallow vision. I'm burping. I just had bananas and oatmeal and peanut butter smoothie, so my stomach is all full. But now you have that vision of peanut butter and bananas sitting in my stomach, but that's not the vision that you need to have. The vision that you need to have is the vision for your life. And then you can take baby steps every single day working towards that goal. So if I wanted to take a journey all the way to Mexico from Canada, if I wanted to journey all the way to Mexico, I would have to first know exactly where the destination is. Then I'm going to start charting my path for how to get there. But you can't chart your path for how to get to Mexico if you haven't even decided that you want to go to Mexico yet. So you have to decide on your destination first, get very clear exactly where do you want to be in Mexico. And then you can start taking your steps slowly to walk there slowly, while holding in your mind that your destination is Mexico. Because if you're halfway on your way to Mexico, which is your destination, your dream, but you're halfway there and then you decide, oh shit, I want to go to San Jose now, then you're never going to get to your dream because you're not able to hold it with consistency and clarity in your mind. You're going to get off track. The next point that is super important that I really overcame today, I feel like, is this idea of you will never be ready. You will never feel like you're ready to take that step to doing what you're passionate about. If you want to be a singer, you might not feel like you're ready to be a singer yet, or you might feel like you might have to maybe spend a little bit more time in school or spending a little bit more time working or doing some other stuff before you're ready to sing. But this is a lie. This is our ego tricking ourselves into staying comfortable and safe. Because really, I am not in the mood to be making this video. Now I am, because I'm in the flow, I'm making it, I'm into it. But before, when I woke up this morning, I was not in the mood to make any videos at all. And this idea that we're gonna wait until we're ready to do what we're passionate about, you could be waiting for the rest of your life. You could be waiting for 50 years until you're ready. You will never be ready. You just gotta do what you can with what you've got right now. If you don't feel like it, let's say you're a musician and you don't want to practice, or you don't want to start writing songs because you know that they're going to be bad, because you don't feel that inspiration. Start writing the songs anyways. Write the bad songs, because during that process of you writing terrible songs, then you're going to get better. And then when you're in the trenches of throwing out lyrics and writing them and crumpling them up and throwing in the garbage, and when you're in that process and you're invested, then God, okay, I don't want to say God, but like then the universe will start to reward your determination with insight and inspiration. And then you'll start to be able to be more creative, because you're practicing even though you're not ready, or even though you don't feel like it. And this also has a lot to do with the point of excuses. It's like, oh, I can't make a video because I ate too much food. I had the bananas, they're really filling in my stomach. I'm gonna burp in the middle of my video and then I won't be able to upload it. A lot of people have these types of excuses, or, oh, I smoked some weed last night, so I'm super foggy and mind fog. I have all the excuses in the book. I'm the king of excuses. I've made almost all of them. Or, oh no, someone else is in my house and they're going to hear me talk, and then that's going to make me nervous, and then I can't make the video. You got to make it anyways. You got to plow through those excuses, which is why I'm making 100% commitment to doing what I'm passionate about every single day for a month. And then I know for sure that at the end of this month, I'm not going to want to stop, because I'm going to get that snowball rolling. At the beginning of your journey, the snowball is small, and it takes a lot of effort, and you have to actually roll it manually. But once you start to gain momentum and the snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger, then you can relax and you can flow with life, and you can make videos every single day, or you can do what you're passionate about every single day while that snowball is rolling. And then that's where the amazing results in life start to happen. That's when you can really change the world for the better. The next point I want to talk about is the flow state. The flow. Woo! What is the flow? The flow is the work that you do that makes you feel in tune with the present moment and makes you feel completely absorbed in your work. So the painter is in flow while he's painting. The speaker is in flow while he's speaking. It feels absolutely amazing, and your work should be work that allows you to tap into this flow state. There's a book by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. It's called Flow, and he talks about doing work that is challenging, that you're passionate about, but is not too challenging to the point where it frustrates you, but it's challenging enough to the point where it doesn't bore you. So if you're doing some regular 9 to 5 job, office labor, that's not flow because it's become routine, it's become monotonous, it's become laborious. But if you're doing what you're passionate about, then you're always on your edge. You're always seeking to improve yourself. You're always mastering something. You're mastering your skills. You're improving, you're practicing. Then you get into the flow state, and that's where the most fulfillment, that's how you can squeeze out a lot of fulfillment from your work. So it's a mixture of finding what you're passionate about. So if it's singing, that's cool. Practice it. Practice it. Every single day, get better. Challenge yourself. Sing notes that you've never been able to sing before. Next point is a talk about priorities. So making a video every single day is difficult because I foresee that some days I'm not going to be able to do it. Maybe I'll get sick. Maybe I'll have a runny nose, or maybe I'll eat so much food because I'm trying to hide my emotions, or I'm trying to suppress my emotions, that maybe I'll eat so much food that my stomach will be so full and I'll just want to sleep for the entire day and not make a video. Or maybe the weather is going to be terrible and there's going to be no light in my room and I don't have an external filming light, so how are you going to be able to see me if there's no light? Or maybe there's going to be a party at my house and it's going to be too noisy to make a video. There's so many excuses that can stop you from making a video, and really it comes down to your priorities. So if you can't do what you're passionate about and you can't force yourself to do it every single day, how are you going to get better at what you're doing, and how are you going to get into that flow state and get all that fulfillment from life? Because you probably already intuit, just by listening to me, you already intuit that the point of your life is to find what you're passionate about and do it and kill it and become the best, world class, and completely kick ass in whatever you love to do. So I want to make not just any YouTube videos. I don't want to just make some random clickbait YouTube videos that get a bunch of views, but the guy clearly didn't put a lot of effort into it. I want to make the best YouTube videos that I can make about the best topics, not just some topics that are faddish or clickbaity or that'll get a lot of views, but the topics that I genuinely feel are the most important for raising the consciousness of all of humanity, because that's what I feel like is the most important thing to be doing in my lifetime. That's what I want to do, and I want to be the best at that. And there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of resistance that's like, oh, but raising the consciousness of humanity, what the fuck does that even mean? That's crazy. How am I going to do that? I'm just some random dude, right? I'm just Adam. I'm only 19 years old. I don't know anything about the world, about humanity, about consciousness. How am I going to achieve this crazy feat? But that's where the power of vision comes in. That's where the power of practice, daily practice comes in. Maybe this version of me can't make the best videos that I want to be making. But the version of me in 5 years, after practicing making videos every single day for 5 years, or every single week for 5 years, and then reading books every single day and meditating every single day and exploring my consciousness with psychedelics and yoga practices. That version of me can make those videos. And what about the version of me in 20 years? If I commit to doing practices that don't seem to be getting me any short-term results, why would I meditate for an hour a day? Why would I do that? I've been doing it for almost four years now. It hasn't made me any money. It hasn't really, a lot of the time, it has really pained me. It's actually very difficult. A lot of things have happened to me that I would actually consider to be negative coming from meditating an hour a day. So why would any person in their right mind commit to sitting and doing nothing every single day for an hour? Why? Because I see that the version of me in 20 years who has meditated for an hour every single day for 20 years, that version of me has a lot of mental clarity and calm and universal understanding and love and acceptance. And that version of me can make the best videos that have ever been made by humans. So that's why I meditate for an hour every single day. Not because it helps me today, or not even because it helps me tomorrow, but because it's about the journey, and it helps me in 20 years. It helps me in 30 years. And it's about the journey, the vision. It's not about the destination, because in 20 years, I'll have a new vision, a bigger vision, an even grander vision. But it's about the journey. That's the fun part, right? And the journey, you can't start the journey unless you know where you're going. The next point that I want to make, which is so important, which is why I'm committing to this daily video challenge that I'm setting on myself, is authenticity. I want to be completely transparent with how I'm feeling when I'm making these videos. I don't want to pretend to be someone that I'm not. If I'm feeling like shit because I smoked a bunch of weed, I want to be clear about that. And I want to talk about how that makes me feel. Because that's the point of this journey, is so that you can see me work on myself and go through the ups and the downs, because the ups and the downs, they're hard. The ups are super high and scary, and then the downs are super depressing and low. A couple weeks ago, I spent almost an entire day just literally watching porn and playing video games. Because I don't know, I felt like I needed to cope with something. It was just really scary. I was making a lot of consciousness growth. I was meditating a lot. I was really getting on track, and I felt so overwhelmed that I needed to kind of get myself back in my comfort zone. And then I'm still kind of paying the price for that decision. I've been slowly falling off track, but that's how we learn. That's how we grow. And to document this process is important, because when people talk about meditation, they talk about all rainbows and butterflies, like, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna raise my consciousness and then we're gonna just love the whole world and it's so easy and fun, and look how fun it is to just to meditate for an hour a day, and I'm so calm and relaxed. That's not the reality of the situation. A lot of it is, there's a really good quote that my friend told me about by David Hawkins. He said, if you want to be a sage, or you want to be a mystic, which is someone who has some of the highest universal understanding and embodiment of their understanding, the highest goal of a human being, like Gandhi or like Jesus, then if you want to be a sage, you're going to have to spend at least 6 months of the year in bed. And the reason why he says this, I could really resonate with this a lot, because when you're doing the work, it's so challenging and difficult and stomach wrenching that half the time you're just spending recovering from all the consciousness work that you've been doing. If I read some crazy book about enlightenment that completely shatters my entire paradigm, and then I'm literally walking down the road and I don't even know why existence exists. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, why are you even listening to me? Like, how is there anything that exists at all? Wouldn't it be a lot easier for there to just be nothing? Why is there things? Does anything exist? When you start to be exposed to these types of questions, not just as a thought experiment, just like, oh yeah, Adam, yeah, you know, stuff exists, yeah, cool, yeah, philosophy, whatever. No, I'm talking about literally in your direct experience. You're walking down the street, then it feels like literally you just shit your pants and you just stop and you're like, holy God. Why am I alive? Like, what? There's like a pencil here. What is this thing? What? How? What the? That process is challenging and difficult. And how are you even gonna talk to your parents when you don't even know if you exist or not? It's difficult. Not just talking about it, but actually doing the practices, actually doing 5 grams of mushrooms. Not that I recommend you doing that. You be very responsible and careful. Don't do stupid shit. But you can go watch my 5 grams of silent darkness mushrooms trip report. The shit that I experienced is not a common everyday experience. I can't go talk to my mom or my dad about what happened to me, or I can't go talk to my old friends about that. I need to intentionally go and seek out people who are on my vibrations just so I can even share this information. It's very lonely. And that's why I say prepare to spend 6 months of the year in bed. Figuratively, because it's a lot of hard work. So that's why I want to make a video every day, because I just want to authentically document this process of becoming the greatest version of myself, which is not easy. And the last point I want to touch on is goals. Setting goals for yourself is important. And to be honest, I don't really know how to do that properly. No one really taught me how to do it. So I got some books about it, goal setting. I got some courses about it. I'm going to be spending a lot of my time in January really just taking these courses seriously and sitting with a journal and just spending a lot of my time envisioning my life and goal setting. So that's going to be super important. I've rambled enough in this video. The daily videos are going to start coming out today, and for the rest of the month, we're going to be really developing a strong vision for this channel. This channel is going to be about personal development. There's a lot of topics I want to cover. I want to talk about masculinity, which has been super important for me as a young man. I'm really super passionate about this topic of what it means to be a man. And this is an important topic too if you're a girl and you're watching this, what a man is, what it means to be a man, and not just some everyday topic like, oh yeah, you got to work hard and be on your purpose and stuff like that, and you know, you got to be strong. No. I'm talking about existentially what it means to be a man and how the relationships work together. I'm super excited to talk about that. Masculinity is super important topic. I want to talk about epistemology, intellectual humbleness, how to increase your understanding of life by admitting that you don't know anything. That's super important. More videos about meditation, gratitude, raising your vibration. all these topics. Raising the consciousness of humanity. How would one even begin doing that? It's a lot of interesting topics, and they're going to be coming out. I'm going to be shitting them all out. They're not going to be perfect because nothing's perfect, but they're going to be coming out and they're going to be awesome. So I hope you stick with me, subscribe so that you see these amazing videos that I'm super passionate about making coming out. Check it out, follow with me on my journey and grow with me. It's super amazing. It's super fun. Just be prepared to spend 6 months in bed. And I hope you like this video. Leave it a like. I hope this inspired you. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you in the next video.